When the neurologist looked at me and dropped the MS bomb, my mind went straight to the highlight reel of medical dramas. I pictured Kane's wheelchairs, a dramatic, made-for-TV decline. I thought the worst part would be the big, scary symptoms. The numbness, the weakness, the stuff you see in the pamphlets. I was wrong. So wrong. The hardest part of this whole thing? It's the quiet stuff. It's the slow, sneaky thief who doesn't take your TV. He just steals the batteries from the remote, one by one. Are you ready for the part no one ever warns you about? Quick update. I'm not posting less, I'm posting smarter. Full videos will drop on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Shorts drop on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's get back to it. If you're feeling lost in this new world, if you feel like a stranger in your own body, you are not weak. You are not failing. You are simply recalibrating. You are learning an entirely new operating system for a machine you thought you knew, inside and out. It's a messy, confusing, sometimes ridiculously funny. And if you stick with me, I'll tell you the one big truth I learned at the end of this chaotic journey. It might not be the answer you expect, but it's the one that helped me breathe again. I remember this one specific moment, crystal clear. I'm standing in front of my open fridge, bathed in that holy fluorescent light. I'm just standing, staring. I know I came to the kitchen for a reason. I know I opened this door with a purpose. My hand hovers over a jar of pickles, then drifts to the milk. Nothing. The thought has just vanished, poof, like a magician's cheap smoke bomb. 5 minutes later, I'm back on the couch, empty-handed, and I laugh it off. But inside, a tiny, quiet grief started to bloom. It wasn't a dramatic sob. It was a soft, persistent ache for the old me. The me before was a multitasking ninja, a gold medal Olympian of juggling tasks. I could cook dinner, answer emails, remember my cousin's dog's birthday, mentally prep for a meeting, all at the same time. Now I was the guy who got defeated by a refrigerator. This wasn't just about memory, it was the first sign that the person I used to be was slowly being replaced. We don't really have a cultural script for grieving the person you used to be. When someone passes away, people bring you casseroles. They send cards. They know what to do. But when you're grieving your former self, the energetic, reliable, sharp-as-a-tack people just look at you, confused. They see you're still physically here, so what's there to grieve? But you feel it in the small moments, the tiny failures that pile up day after day. It's a funeral no one else is invited to, and you're the only one in attendance. This grief is a game of sharp contrasts. You used to pull an all-nighter to finish a project, and now you need a 3-hour nap after a trip to the grocery store. You could memorize a dozen phone numbers, and now you write "buy milk" 3 times so you don't forget. Okay, let's talk about fatigue. Because if I had $1 for every time someone told me, "Oh, I'm tired too," I could fund the research to cure this thing myself. MS fatigue is not your garden variety. I stayed up too late watching Netflix tired. It's a profound, bone-deep, soul-crushing exhaustion that descends without warning. It's like your internal power source has been replaced with a cheap, off-brand phone battery. You start the day at 100%. You send a few emails, and suddenly you're at 47%. You take a shower, and boom, 12%. It's a system-wide shutdown. This is not laziness. This is a neurological reality. Imagine your brain is a bustling city, and all the information travels on a superhighway. Now imagine MS comes in and puts up a bunch of roadblocks, detours, toll booths. Your brain still has to get the messages through, but now it takes way more energy to navigate the traffic jam. So while you might look perfectly fine sitting on the couch, your internal system is running a marathon just to keep the lights on. Here it is. The phrase that is meant as a compliment but lands like a tiny passive-aggressive dagger. But you look so good. I know. People mean well. They're trying to be nice. They see you, walking and talking. Maybe you even put on pants that aren't sweatpants. In their mind, you're cured. But for you, it feels like a total erasure of your reality. It minimizes the Herculean effort it took just to show up looking good. They don't see the brain fog, the internal buzzing, the pain, the crushing fatigue you're hiding behind a carefully constructed smile. This is the curse of the invisible illness. Because you don't look sick, people assume you aren't. A doctor might dismiss your symptoms as just stress or anxiety. Friends might not understand why you were fine yesterday but are bedridden today. Living with MS is like having the world's most annoying, hyper-vigilant roommate living inside your head. And this roommate's only job is to monitor every single sensation in your body, 24/7. Did your foot just tingle? Is that a relapse? Or did it just fall asleep? Is this headache just a normal headache? Or is it a new lesion forming? Is my vision blurry because I'm tired? Or is optic neuritis making a comeback tour? Let's get into one of the sneakiest emotional punches of MS, the guilt. The guilt. It's a heavy, sticky blanket that covers everything, and it's especially thick when it comes to your social life. You get an invitation to a friend's birthday party. The old you would have RSVP'd yes in a heartbeat. The new you has to run a complex cost-benefit analysis. How far is it? Is there parking? Will it be loud? How many spoons will this cost me? Can I afford the recovery time tomorrow? Eventually, you have to send that dreaded text, "Hey, I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. I'm not feeling up to it." You hit send and the guilt immediately floods in. You feel flaky, unreliable, a bad friend. You picture your friends having fun without you, and you imagine them thinking you just don't care. Even though you have a legitimate medical reason for canceling, you feel like you're letting everyone down. When you get a diagnosis like MS, it acts like a giant social earthquake. The ground shakes, and when the dust settles, you look around and see who's still standing next to you. And sometimes, the results are surprising. Some people you thought were your ride or dies quietly fade into the background. They don't know what to say. They're scared of saying the wrong thing. They feel awkward around your new limitations. It's usually not malicious. It's just human. But it still hurts. The silence from a close friend can be deafening. You lose some people. The friend who only wants to go clubbing might not know how to connect with the new you who needs to be home by 9 p.m. The family member who insists you can beat this with positive thinking might become too exhausting to be around. These losses are another form of grief. But then, something amazing happens. People you never expected step up in huge ways. The quiet coworker becomes the one who checks in on you every single day. The neighbor you barely knew offers to pick up your groceries. A distant cousin becomes your go-to person for late-night venting sessions. These people become your anchors. They don't offer platitudes or miracle cures. They offer presence. They learn to ask simple, helpful questions like, "Do you want to talk about it, or do you want a distraction?" They bring you coffee. They just sit with you. These are the relationships that get forged in fire. All right. I know this sounds like some cheesy motivational poster, but bear with me. With all the loss, all the grief, and all the frustration, something else starts to grow in the cracks. It's a strange, quiet, and resilient kind of strength you never asked for, but earned the hard way. When your body forces you to slow down, you have no choice but to start paying attention. You begin to notice things you were too busy to see before. The way the light hits the wall in the morning, the taste of a really good cup of tea, the sound of birds outside your window. This isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's not toxic positivity. The bad days are still really, really bad. But your definition of a good day changes. A good day might be having enough energy to take a shower and make your own lunch. So what's the big secret? The one thing nobody tells you in the doctor's office? Here it is. MS changes your life, completely and irrevocably. It will take things from you. It will rewrite your plans. It will steal your energy. It will change your role in the world. And that is a hard, painful truth to swallow. But here's the part they leave out. It does not have to end your life. It reshapes it. It forces you down a different path, a path you didn't choose, but a path with unexpected views. The real challenge isn't fighting the disease, it's learning to let go of the life you thought you were supposed to have, and embracing the life you actually have. Accepting that slowing down isn't a failure. Sometimes it's a gift. Be more present. Be more mindful. Be more grateful for the small, beautiful things you were too busy to notice. Your life might become different. Different does not mean lesser. It's just different. There can be profound beauty and strength in that difference. You are not weak for grieving. You are not lazy for resting. You are not a burden for asking for help. You are a human being adapting to extraordinary circumstances. You are learning a new map. You are learning a new language. You are learning a new way of being. You've got this.